Hello and welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here we are with less than 15 laps to go here. Casey Lester in control of the race, as he has been for the last 20 laps or so. For rookie Lester, driving for ATK Motorsports, having a very, very good run here, and now it's getting down to the nitty-gritty. He is still in command of this. Second place is Ryan Matthews. Third place, Ruby McBrien. McBrien has been all over the back of that number 6 John Deere Ford for the last few laps, but has not been able to make a move. It's been difficult to pass here today with the tyre wear. And saying that, we should have a race recap just before we hit 10 laps to go. And here it is. As Ben Atkins started off on the pole there, Frank McBrien on the outside, and Atkins in the number 2 Sunrider Academy machine. Went straight to the front, pulled away right away, and went straight to the outside line here. The outside line has been dominant today here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which isn't usual. But Atkins figured out in practice and got straight to the outside line. As you see, Evie Vance battling for third place with her teammate. Bradley Carlisle, Grant McIntosh having a look low there at the beginning. As Atkins took control, it didn't take as long to crash. Lap 3, Marcus Montolini gets turned around by points leader Chio Minami in the number 22. And they all collide, and big damage there for Minami. Greg Hadaway in the number 14 car, heavily damaged. Mark McAllister involved, Barney Ward. As you see, here was Chio Minami's perspective. As you see, she just collides with the number 76, 24 car, Patrick Vaughan involved. Mackin Shikino in the 0 got a piece of it. And here's Caitlin Conway, lap 15, got a rude introduction to Speedway Racing. The 16-year-old driving the ATK Motorsports 5th car, unfortunately crashed out very early on, and she was an early retirement. So not a great start on big oval racing there for Caitlin Conway. Close call for her as well there, as we had another crash here. Riley McKee catches the catch fence there a little bit. We had to have a brief red flag while they fixed the fence, but that wasn't the scariest part of the ride for McKee. You see he gets flipped up and over next to Jacob Eichholz, and multiple cars pile in here. Not usual we get the big one at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but we did today. As you see, Daniel Dent, Ross Carter, Patrick Vaughan again, Brayton Green, Mackie Nishikino, Evie Vance, Nathan Prowse, Mark McAllister, Gabe Messina, many cars involved in this one. And that would eliminate many cars from the race, as we had problems with leader Ben Atkins. He had been leading from the start of the race, however he had to pull it in to the pits, and unfortunately he couldn't get that car going. Frank McBrien would lead the race after that. Atkins did get out the pits, he would be one lap down. You see Casey Lester in second, Ruby McBrien in third, as Bradley Carlisle takes a hard hit, the Watkins Glen winner, into the turn 4 wall hard. And that would be the end of the day for Bradley Carlisle. See heavy smoke coming out of that car after that hit. And Carlisle, thankfully already locked into the chase, doesn't have to worry too much about it. So we had another multi-car pile-up again, with Marcus Montolini getting turned, causing it. As Daniel Dent involved, Nathan Prowse, and up on 2 wheels of the suspension failure, that's number 98 car, Spencer Harrow. However, that wasn't the scariest, as Lecglider gets nailed. Daniel Lecglider goes flipping in that number 10 car, just like Riley McKee did. As you see, he hits Daniel Dent, nowhere to go, and Messina piles in there, Gabriel Messina, and that would be the end of the day for just about everyone involved in that wreck, as we have problems for the leader, Frank McBrien, as Mark McAllister nowhere to go. He claimed anyway, well, there was a bit of spatial awareness that he doesn't have, as Mark McAllister makes a silly mistake there, and that would hand the lead to Casey Lester, and he has been that way since out in front, dominating this race. Ruben McBrien was in second on that restart. That was about 40 laps to go, and what we missed during the race recap, Ryan Matthews hit the wall later on in the lap we were showing, and Ruby McBrien looking to the inside. It's been hard to pass all day, but watch this move by McBrien, like a veteran. Pulls the slide job off by Ryan Matthews, and Matthews, no pass could be pulled off there. He stuck to the high side there. McBrien, a great move to get second place away from Ryan Matthews, the New Hampshire winner. As we see Casey Lester in control, Dean Donoghue has been faster than him, and you might notice that car isn't as clean as it was when we went to the race recap. Lester has been in the wall. He tagged the wall out of turn 4, as now he's got a lot of problems with lap cars here, as he's trying to get around Brayton Green, but Dean Donoghue hounding the 21 car here, so Donoghue wants to get back on the lead lap in case we get a caution here. Of course, the race will restart. We have green light checkers in this series. As 9 laps to go now, Lester lets Donoghue go. Donoghue really flying with that car. I think he's got some fresher tyres. He's been into the pit late in this run. But you can now see Ruby McBrien and Ryan Matthews in the background. Those two are the only ones that really pose a threat to Leicester. However, they're about 2 seconds back. We've got problems for Evie Vance in the number 19. McBrien Racing have been talking about their problems on the track, and they continue, it appears, as Evie Vance now comes down with a mechanical issue. It's a flat tyre on the 19. as now Casey Lester continues to lead. Ruby McBrien trying to get around the number 70 car. That's Steve Peterson in that number 70 car. Of course, the motorsports team had 2 cars qualify, but not the main car. Dalton Johnson in the 7 is now Brayton Green in the damaged number 88 Taco Bell machine. Gets in the way of Casey Lester there a little bit, and it looks like he's going to get around in the quad oval, but that's a lot of time lost to McBrien. Ruby McBrien right there now. Ryan Matthews drops back a little bit here. As now Lester pulls the slide job off on Brayton Green, and Ruby McBrien loses a little bit of time in that number 29 Gamba Ruby Toyota. As now the Snickers machine, Casey Lester looking to pull away. McBrien looking low again. Brayton Green realizes she's dead, but she has to let off again, and she loses even more time. So Casey Lester opens up that gap he lost not too long ago, and Lester now back in control of the race. It was a little bit uncomfortable for him there. However, it looks like he could be in for a better time now, as Ruben McBrien still not able to get around the number 88 and now has to worry about defensively driving against Ryan Matthews. So Matthews, the New Hampshire winner, I'm sure will be eager to get by as the laps wind down. We've got a car blowing up in pit lane. That's Connor Swift in a Chick-fil-A Team Quick Fit car. So unfortunate for Connor Swift, he will be done for the day. As here is Casey Lester. As you see, both McBrien and Matthews have got around Brayton Green now. Entering turn 1. Lester, a little squirrely out of 2 there. Everything got loose. Lester, I'm not sure if he's used up his car here. However, there's so little laps to go. I imagine it shouldn't be a problem. We should be looking at the rookie's first win here. As now Ruby McBrien pushing it. I think she tagged the wall there. The 17-year-old Ruby McBrien tags the wall out of turn number 4. Didn't lose too much momentum by the looks of it, as they are definitely closing in on him. I'm not sure what's gone wrong with Casey Lester's car. As I said, he's been in the wall a couple of times, but I didn't think it would affect him so much, because Ryan Matthews, of course, been in the wall, and as has Ruby McBrien just then. And now Barney Ward in the middle of the track holds up Lester big time, and Ruby McBrien right there. Now will McBrien have a look? Casey Lester throwing the block all over the place. McBrien looking all over the place. Oh my, these two both won their first wins bad. And now Ruby McBrien all over the back of the 21 car out of nowhere. A lap car has influenced this race a little bit, but to be honest, he's made it a little bit more exciting, as now McBrien getting to the back of the 21, looking a little bit lower. Looks like she gets loose there. As now Casey Lester. Oh! Lester smacks the wall off of 4 again. Oh my goodness, Lester coming to 3 laps to go. Sorry, 2 laps to go. McBrien going to make the move. Is she going to pull off the slide job like she did on Matthews? She is. Ruby McBrien has had an awful season. She has not finished a race yet this season without a mechanical woe. And, well, she is down in 40th in points. She has not finished inside the top 20 in any races, and now she's coming to the white flag as the leader of the race here at Charlotte, as Casey Lester hits the wall again. Incredible, incredible stuff. Casey Lester had the win in hand, and he might have thrown this one away. Incredible, as now Ryan Matthews gets by for second. It's just getting worse and worse for Lester, but Ruby McBrien has a comfortable gap here. Remember, if she wins this race, she's going for a championship. This is only her 4th career start. She gets it to William Carmichael in 3 and 4. All her momentum is gone here, but I think she's got a big enough gap. Matthews gets a great run off the corner, coming to the line. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. McBrien wins it. Ruby McBrien, her 4th start, just 17 years old. She will become the youngest winner in Stars Lowe's International Series history. And what a story this is. They took a bit of a chance on her. The McBrien Racing Team did. The daughter of legendary Frank McBrien, now in her 1st season, and she is a winner in just 4 starts. As we take a look here again, I'm not sure what Carmichael was doing there. It looked like he just got cleared low, and he obviously wasn't, and McBrien's momentum is gone. Matthews got a great run through the corner, but McBrien moves low, and that might have just saved her the win. So Ruby McBrien, a great finish there, and we will see Ruby McBrien in victory lane after a quick commercial break here.